She sounds a little kooky. And actually, when we were talking about her yesterday, it came up that, and she's quite beautiful, too.
Yeah.
I mean, really quite attractive.
Yeah.
So I think you, Mark, had mentioned that, she's the girl who was the number 2 girlfriend of the Sultan of Brunei.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, that's more interesting than anything about this story. So I went online and I found her. What's her name? Lauren?
Jillian Lauren.
Jillian Lauren.
Yeah. And
she's giving a speech about how this came about. Pretty fucking interesting, if you ask me.
Welcome, Jillian Lauren, everybody.
Yay! This is on the moth.
She was just dancing at a titty bar at 18.
Nice.
When this great opportunity arose.
Well, why isn't she on OnlyFans now?
I don't know. Because she married the Weezer guy?
I was an 18-year-old NYU
Nice audio.
dropout, struggling to pay my rent in New York by dancing at the Kit Kat Club on 56th and Broadway.
Hot.
When a friend of mine...
But she was a hot 18-year-old.
Okay. A friend of mine approached me about a casting call. And this casting call was supposedly to go and entertain rich businessmen in Singapore.
Why is that funny?
Pause for a second.
Whore.
Entertain rich businessmen in Singapore. That sounds so skeevy.
Yeah.
And
first of all,
agreed to do it.
Did she
She
say
does.
supposedly?
did she say supposedly? But it's just,
That's what I took away.
I don't know, when you're 18 to entertain, I mean, you're going to have to fuck rich businessmen from Singapore? But anyway,
exciting.
she's up for it.
Sounds thrilling.
Well, there's a way of thinking that.
It didn't seem all that different from what I was already doing, so I went. But when
Except
I
they
got
had
the
more
job,
money.
they told me that it wasn't in Singapore at all. In fact, I was being invited to be the personal guest of the Prince of Brunei. Now, Brunei is a sultanate in Southeast Asia. It was a country I had only recently even heard of, and at the time, the Sultan of Brunei was the richest man in the world. And I was being hired to work for his youngest brother, who is Prince Jeffrey Bolkiah, also known in the media as the Playboy Prince. Now, my job description was elusive at best.
I just pictured dicks going in her ass over and over and over.
Get to Brunei and find a wild adventure and a pile of money and an employer who is nothing less than Prince Charming.
Oh, come on.
I suspected more realistically.
That's why he's
that
buying
I would sign
complete
on to be
strangers
some
to come
sort of
over.
International quasi-prostitute.
From titty bars.
But even that.
They made a good choice, though. She's very pretty.
She's very hot, yeah.
I mean, he's got good scouts.
Even with those green
Seemed
blobs.
Like a wild and exotic transformation for a Jewish girl from the burbs of Jersey. And honestly, I wanted nothing less than transformation. I wanted so badly for my life to be something more exceptional than just going to usually fruitless B-movie auditions during the day and squeaking around a brass pole at night. And I thought maybe this was it.
It's a shortcut.
And it seemed like it would be worth the risk.
Would you be interested, Trudy?
So
I don't think so.
ever since
If you were
I was
18?
16,
No, I wouldn't have.
first
No, no way?
heard
No.
Patty
Come on.
Smith
I would have done it. I would have done it.
I decided
I would've
that
had fun.
Patty
If I made the
Smith
comment about
was
dicks going in her
the
ass,
absolute
would you think about
barometer
it?
of all things cool.
Jim still would have done it.
Did that comment affect your feelings about
When
it?
faced with tough decisions,
Negatively.
So would you.
What would Patty
Maybe.
Smith do? So I weighed my options. Should I stay? Should I go?
Oh.
What would Patty Smith do?
No, she would not
And I
go.
decided Patty Smith would go.
She wouldn't be
You're a lot
invited.
hotter than Patty Smith.
She wouldn't have been invited.
No, she wouldn't have been invited, and she wouldn't
never
go.
Once look back, and that's what I did. And when I arrived at the airport in Bandar Seri Begawan, I was greeted by two Secret Service agents who immediately took my passport, supposedly to update my visa or something.
It's not so cool.
Boy.
And I had the first flicker of a thought that maybe I had not completely understood the implications of the decision that I had made to go there. But all of these apprehensions were overshadowed when I saw the royal compound. It was immense. It looked like a resort in
Exactly.
Fort Lauderdale if it had been imagined by Aladdin.
What is so funny?
Yeah, this easy room.
There were gold domes, and there were swimming pools.
And we know what it
there
looks
were
like.
tennis
I know it's not
courts, and I
really a
saw all of
funny
this, and my
story.
head
She's
raced with
she's
plans.
telling it very lightly.
And I thought,
Right.
is it that far out of the realm of possibility that maybe I could make a prince fall in love with me? And my life
The way you look?
will
No,
change.
not really.
Dazzling and unexpected ways.
Oh.
And inside
Slut.
the palace was just
Except
as
she doesn't know
impressive.
about all the
It was
competition
cavernous,
that's
and in
also
the
over there.
entryway, There was a big
It's just a
fountain, and the carpets
40, 50
glowed
women.
because they were
Exactly
actually
like her.
woven
Oh,
from
so there weren't
pure
dicks
gold.
going her ass. It was just a pile
And
of
on
40
the
or 50
walls, there
women
were
getting it
Picassos,
on.
And there were Pollocks,
Well.
and this wasn't even where the prince lived. There were other palaces where he lived. There were still other palaces where his 3 wives lived. This was strictly his play palace. And at this palace, every night he threw parties.
Baby oil.
And at the parties, there was alcohol, although strictly speaking it was illegal in Brunei. There was music, there was dancing, and above all, there were women. Beautiful women from all over the world. There were women from Thailand, Malaysia,
Women
the
just like
Philippines,
you,
Singapore,
your age.
Indonesia, Hong Kong, a handful of
See,
us.
see what
from
guys
the
will do with
US.
unlimited money.
I know, how
All
insane
of
is
us
this?
were vying
Sweet.
for
How
the
fucking cool is
attention.
this?
It was like the original Bachelor.
Yeah, it is, kind of.
And we would go to these
Except they
parties
can't
every
leave.
night, and then we would stumble home drunkenly at 5 in the morning, and we'd sleep all day, and the days tumbled into nights, tumbled into days, tumbled into nights, and after 2 weeks there, contrary to all my big plans, I had not made a prince fall in love with me.
Oh, dang.
Rather, I had sat there and watched from across the room as all the other women flirted with him, and he ignored
Oh,
me.
you're the only one that
and
didn't?
I wondered what they had that I didn't.
That's going to change.
And I figured, I didn't know how to play that game. I just didn't rate. And I thought that was going to be it. I was going to be going home like that. But one morning, I was spirited away from the palace and I was taken to an office building in the capital city. And I was locked in an office there. And it was freezing cold, and it was stuffed with all this tacky furniture and what seemed like 100 pictures of the prince's 3 wives. And I tried one door, and it was locked. I tried the other door, it was locked.
Okay,
there was
pause.
no bathroom.
So she's locked in this nondescript place for
Tacky furniture.
hours.
Yeah, that's.
What do you think is happening? Any idea? Or how it will end?
So they're trying to break her down? Is that it?
That's the only thing. It
Watch
sounds
her.
Like, yeah.
It's kind of what I was thinking. Any idea how it will end?
Or maybe it's like Love is Blind, and he's going room to room and talking to him through the door.
It's not a bad theory.
So stupid.
A pile of dicks? I mean, or going in her ass? Or-
No,
I'm sorry.
no dicks are in the rooms with her. She's just her locked away
And a bad
alone.
furniture.
And there's not any noise. There's no contact. There's no way to contact anyone. And then I'm just going to tell the story because it takes her too long.
Yeah.
She is rescued. The door opens and she's rescued by the prince himself.
Wow.
Oh, he rescued
How
her?
about that?
Right.
Yes, and she is so excited. Oh my God, he's just like a prince. He rescued me.
Oh, he
good move.
he staged a hero
I
moment.
mean, he also
He did.
kidnapped you to save you, but that's, beside
So
the point.
she quickly is elevated to the prince's number 2 babe outside of his 3 wives. And she's doing this, and she's debating, God, could I possibly become wife number 4? I mean, I could, and if I'm number 4, I could elevate myself to his number 1 of his number 4. And she's having all these thoughts, and this incredible life appears to be right in front of her. And then one day, she's awakened and told, yes, we need you to go here. And she's taken to this building, and they push the button not for the prince's. Not his floor, but for the rooftop.
Oh.
And she immediately thinks, they're going to throw me off the roof?
Oh, what?
Oh, that's a
Are they going to throw me off the roof?
That is one dumb woman. Sorry.
The fact that she said that tells me that I'm not sure they were always treated so respectfully. But I
Yeah.
mean, she said this crossed her mind. She was a little worried. She was nervous, anxious. And she gets up there and she's led over to this other man who is the Prince of Brunei's brother. And I think he poured a glass of wine or something for both of them. And then he asked her for oral sex.
Yeah,
and
right.
she performed oral sex on him.
All right.
And he
Nice.
told her to leave. And then she left.
Go brush your teeth.
And it dawned on her that, so the Prince of Brunei just gave me away to his brother for a
Yeah,
quick
duh.
blowjob.
Of course, yeah.
And she thought that, any illusions she had were quickly shattered. The prince did not think as much of her as she thought. And she thought, what would Patti Smith do? And Patti Smith would go home.
She thought that again?
Yeah.
Why does Patti Smith?
WWPSD.
Yeah. Why does Patti Smith figure into this story?
She doesn't figure it because they wouldn't have asked her to blow anyone.
So according to her, it was just
made her leave.
It was one blowjob. That's it.
Well, that's all she told us about.
Yeah.
But I thought, all in all, I guess she made a lot of money while she was there. And it was
Palace
an
sounds
adventure.
nice. Yeah, it sounded fun.
It sounded so stupid, like how they would ask the women to dance, and then the women with no. Actually, his brother too. When she got there, before they had the glass of wine or whatever, he wanted her to dance for him, and she said, "It's so weird. They ask you to dance. There's no music,
Oh my God, how awkward!
and you're supposed to dance." And,
Oh,
and it was
weird.
like, "What the fuck?"
What?
You're supposed
she
to
did it.
dance to.
Well, yeah, she worked at a club. I would think she could dance.
Yeah,
And
anything.
then eventually she gets back and she meets the bassist of Weezer and they get married and
nice.
they live happily ever after until she shoots at a cop yesterday or
weird.
pointed her gun at a cop or whatever the hell she did.
What a life!
Yeah, pretty crazy, isn't
He's
it?
out walking 6. Did he have 6
I
dogs?
thought I saw 4.
4 dogs.
Yeah, what was the start? TMZ was at the
Papa
house.
just asking him questions, but he's like, I can't say anything. I
Yeah.
can't say anything.
He answered them, but he
Have you
wouldn't.
talked to
really.
your wife? He's like, well, yeah. Well, did you shoot at a cop? I can't talk about it.
And they're like, "See you at Coachella."
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
She has not been bailed out yet, correct?
No, she's out.
She is out.
Yeah, she'll probably be at Coachella this weekend.
Interesting.
With Weezer. Why not?
Awesome.
Well, she wrote a book about the whole Sultan of Brunei thing.
Yeah.
So she's an author.
Is she really a best-selling author? I think that term gets thrown
It
around
does.
very loosely.
I so agree. I mean, when people who like Britney Spears is a best-selling author.
Yeah, and rightfully so.
Bullshit.
I know, it's so stupid.
What?
I could not understand why so many people bought that fucking book.
Did you?
No, I did not.
You didn't read it?
What I want to know,
I read about it a lot.
did
But
people believe the book? Did people believe the stories? That's what blows my mind. when
Britney's
people are
book?
like, oh, yeah.
yeah, a lot. Her stupid fans, a lot of them.
Yeah,
do.
I know
Oh my
someone who
God,
did.
Justin was so mean. He should apologize to her again.
I can't believe they enslaved her.